Thank you very much, Mr. Master of Ceremonies. It is my understanding that as the featured speaker, I do not have the privilege nor the luxury of saying all protocols observed and move on. So I have to proceed to do what is required as far as the salutations are concerned. Your Excellency, Dame Louise Lake Tack, Governor General of Antigua and Barbuda. President of the Senate, the Honorable Hazelyn Francis, Speaker of the House, the Honorable D. Giselle Isaac, Cabinet colleagues and members of Parliament generally, the Honorable Arthur Porter, Chairman and Principal, Global Health Partners Limited. And may I take this opportunity at this juncture to identify the members of Parliament and representatives of other member states of the OECS. I know a bit of it was done before, but I have to tell you, you guys have to stand and be recognized once again. From Dominica, we have the Honorable Dr. John C. McIntyre, Minister of Health. From Grenada, we have Senator the Honorable Ann L. Peters, also Minister of Health. From St. Kitts Nevis, we have the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Mr. Andrew Skerritt. From St. Lucia, I understand we have Dr. Owen Gabriel, oncologist, yes, representing the government of St. Lucia. And from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we have His Excellency Ellsworth John, Ambassador to the OECS, representing the government. Thank you very much for being present at this very important groundbreaking ceremony. To continue the salutations, we have Dr. Conville Brown, President and CEO and Principal, Global Health Partners Limited. Dr. Len Ismail, of course, Director General, OECS Authority. Dr. McChesney Manuel, Chairman of the Antigua and Barbuda Investment Authority. Mr. Sam Ema, immediate past Chairman of the Mount St. John Medical Center Board. Mr. Cottrell George, Vice Chairman of the Cancer Center, Eastern Caribbean, and other members of that board. Reverend, of course, Sean Roberts, pastor of the Greenville Moravian Church. Members of the Diplomatic Corps, senior officials, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Many dreams are had in an instant, but the realization of these dreams sometimes can be a long journey. However, while a journey may seem a daunting task, it can be realized by taking a first step. The journey to the development of the Cancer Center Eastern Caribbean began several years ago, and the strategic response of leaders of the OECS and our commitment to our people strongly suggests that by collaboration, challenges can become opportunities for our beloved sub-region. In September 2007, the leaders of CARICOM convened a special summit on non-communicable diseases, or NCDs, namely heart disease, stroke, diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and cancer. As part of the declaration of the summit, we stated that, and I quote, "We are fully convinced that the burdens of NCDs can be reduced by comprehensive and integrated preventive and control strategies at the individual, family, community, national, and regional levels, and through collaborative programs, partnerships, and policies supported by governments, private sectors, NGOs, and our other social, regional, and international partners, unquote. 2 years later, the heads of Commonwealth meeting in Trinidad and Tobago similarly affirmed our commitment to addressing the burgeoning incidence of non-communicable diseases, NDCs, and to increasing the ability of our countries to respond to this emerging health crisis. We recognize that NCDs presently account for over half of all deaths worldwide, and they significantly reduce life expectancy, quality of life, and productivity. They place growing pressures on our health systems and our economies, thereby posing a serious threat to sustainable development, unquote. Later that year, in 2009, as Prime Minister responsible for services in CARICOM, I hosted a CARICOM Services Symposium in Antigua and Barbuda. One of the presenters at the symposium was Dr. Conville Brown, who spoke on the effectiveness of partnered care in addressing cancer and heart disease in the Bahamas. I immediately spoke to Dr. Brown about establishing a cancer treatment center in Antigua and Barbuda to care for the people of our sub-region. In November 2009 in Anguilla, the OECS heads at our 50th meeting executed a memorandum of understanding that set things in motion for the development of the Cancer Center Eastern Caribbean. Ladies and gentlemen, quite quietly, or very quietly, cancer has been stealing the lives of many of our people. The Pan American Health Organization reports that as early as 2005, 101,000 people in Central America and the Caribbean died of cancer. The Caribbean bears the greatest burden of cervical cancer and compared to other subregions. Cancer mortality rates are exceptionally high in Haiti, 83 to every 100,000. And Antigua and Barbuda, it is 167 to every 100,000. Among men in the sub-region, prostate cancer is the leading cause of cancer-related mortality, followed by stomach, lung, and colorectal cancer. Breast cancer and cervical cancer are the primary causes of cancer-related mortality among women in the sub-region. Every day, we lose fathers who should have become grandfathers and mothers who should have become grandmothers. Families also lose important values and traditions which should have been passed on to children. As countries, we lose many years of economic productivity and skills that should have been used to build our region. We must also carefully note that poverty and NCDs are inextricably linked, and in many cases, it is the economically disadvantaged who are most vulnerable to the impacts of this disease. The Commonwealth heads duly noted, and I quote again, in many instances, the costs associated with treating NDCs and related complications can push entire households into poverty, severely limiting family members' prospects for the future. especially those of women and girls, on whose shoulders traditionally rests the burden of caring for the sick, unquote. So this is indeed a major challenge. But what of the opportunities? Thus far, OECS countries and insurance providers export millions of dollars to the United States, England, and MDCs in the Caribbean to provide official care for our people. In other words, we have been importing this very important service. For example, the government of Antigua and Barbuda spends at least US $15,000 per patient for radiation therapy. We have an opportunity here to turn the table and become producers and not just consumers of this very important service. This means more money circulating in our currency union. Additionally, I understand that the CCEC will become an American College of Radiation Oncology accredited institution via the Cancer Center Bahamas. This is presently the only ACRO-accredited cancer center, that is the one in the Bahamas, in this hemisphere, outside of North America. The intention is to extend the said accreditation to the Cancer Center Eastern Caribbean. This opens the door for the development of a medical tourism product that can attract patients from our existing tourist markets. Our visitors can travel to receive treatment in the privacy of Antigua and Barbuda while enjoying our hospitality and calming environments. And this goes true for the other OECS member states. A 2009 Gallup poll found that up to 29% of Americans would consider traveling abroad for treatments, including heart bypass surgery, hip or knee replacement, plastic surgery, cancer diagnosis and treatment, or alternative medical care. The OECD estimates that the global market for medical tourism ranges between 10 and 30 million persons per year. A successful CCEC will mean additional foreign currency for our currency union. And this translates into more money to purchase the services produced by our region and resources to fund economic, social, and infrastructural projects in our region. Over time, this project will also result in the transfer of skills to our region. The model of the CCEC is not built on just the facility here, but an integrated network that includes the public health system on each island to provide localized care. I think it is important to note the caliber of persons who are part of this project. Although very modest and unassuming, they are eminently qualified in their field. The governments of Antigua and Barbuda and the OECS commend His Excellency Professor Arthur T. Porter, Professor Carol Sikora, Professor Don Reagan, Dr. Corinne Sinqui Brown, and Dr. Conville Brown for the dedication they have shown to the realization of this project. We look forward to a successful partnership as we work in the interest of the people of this sub-region. Ladies and gentlemen, out of the challenges of providing excellent and affordable health care for the people of the sub-region, the Cancer Center Eastern Caribbean has been realized. The challenges we face are being met by a strategic public-private partnership that will deliver important care to all our people. I would like to close, though, by extending a challenge to the CCEC. As the premier provider of cancer treatment in the sub-region, I want to challenge you to establish an organization which we may coin as the OECS Cancer Prevention Foundation, or OECS Cancer Society. This foundation or society will have a chapter on each island. The main purpose of this entity should be to educate our people on the prevention of cancer. This will enable us to provide a holistic solution to the challenge. Research has shown that many risks associated with cancer are preventable, such as tobacco usage and lifestyle issues. Secondly, I would like the CCEC to coordinate an annual or biennial cancer treatment and prevention forum for chief medical officers and practitioners in our sub-region. This forum will invite international experts to share their knowledge and experience with our healthcare professionals. This will have the potential to become a recognized continuous education requirement fulfillment, which can create an education/health tourism opportunity. I am suggesting that we leverage the skills and network of Professors Porter, Sikora, Huy Brown, and Reagan, and of course Dr. Conville Brown, for this purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, as a sub-region, we have successfully developed model institutions of cooperation, such as the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, and I can go on and on to quote the others. Today, I believe we stand on the threshold of developing an entity to care for the well-being of our people and to export services and skills to the world. Let us bond together and step forward. I pray God's blessings on the principals and associates of this project and our sub-region. May God bless each and every one of us. Thank you very much.